Hi there! Today we're going to learn some about the Shakespearean sonnet form. Some background about these sonnets. The sonnets that we're talking about today come from Shakespeare's early years and were probably written sometime between 1592 and 1597. It's also reasonable to then suppose that the inspiration came from the time between when he left Stratford and popped up in the literary scene in London. Shakespeare had a poet cousin who said poetry was for the glorification of God. Shakespeare made his poems, his sonnets, to be about love, mostly to spite his cousin. There are 4 traits to a Shakespearean sonnet. Make sure you get these in your notes. These are very important to know. First trait is called Iambic Pentameter. The second trait is rhyme scheme. The third is 14 lines. And the fourth is that there are 3 quatrains in a couplet. The couplet usually holds a theme. Make sure you get those 4 traits written in your notes. And now we're going to go through each one. Iambic pentameter. What this means is that these lines of poetry can be divided into 5 metric feet, or like rhythms. And they alternate between unstressed and stressed syllables. Now, while this sounds all fancy, you're very used to hearing it. It's the da-dum, 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 da-dum pattern. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. Notice I put the stress on the second syllable in each of those little iambs or feet or syllables. So my mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Here's a video, if you still don't totally understand it, that you can watch for a little bit better understanding. This also occurs in songs that you know. This is Iambic Tetrameter, and it's found in the song theme for the TV show The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm sure you're all very familiar with it, but there are 4 beats in these, not 5, 4. Now, this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air. So there's 4 beats per line. I know you're totally impressed, but 4 beats per line. If it were 5, it would be an iamb. Since it's 4, if it's 5, it would have been pentameter. 4 makes it tetrameter. Okay. Not only do songs hold these, but if you remember Dr. Seuss, Green Eggs and Ham, it's also written in iambic tetrameter. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Again, iambic tetrameter. Shakespeare writes in pentameter. He puts 5 of those unstressed stressed syllables per line. And so it's iambic pentameter. The second trait is rhyme scheme. Shakespeare's sonnets are in the rhyme scheme AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG. Happens every time. And how you get this is the last word of every line gets a letter. So sun gets the letter A, red gets the letter B, done rhymes with sun, so it gets the letter A, and head rhymes with red, so it gets the letter B. And it continues to do that throughout the sonnet. AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG. Shakespearean sonnet will be. There are also always 14 lines per stanza. This is trait number 3. Notice I've counted them for you so that you can see there will always be 14 lines. And finally, there are 3 quatrains and a couplet. A quatrain is just what you might think. Quad meaning 4. So it's 4 lines of the sonnet put together that makes a quatrain. Notice this is that AB rhyme scheme, so you can think of that too as your quatrain. The couplet is where the GG, it comes at the end, rare and compare. They rhyme and go together. And the key is that those lines usually hold the theme of the sonnet. A lot of times the 3 quatrains have one topic, and then sometimes the theme, the couplet, will come in and have a switch. That happens in this poem. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. You can tell that Shakespeare's really admiring the physical attractiveness of this woman. Not. That's sarcasm. I have seen roses damasked red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes there is more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. Yeah, she's got bad breath. Shakespeare continues to kind of talk about her appearance and how not totally attractive she is. But look at the last two lines, the couplet, the theme. And yet, by heaven, I think my love is rare, as any she belied with false compare. He loves her truly. His love is rare, that, he loves her despite her other features. So notice the theme is held in that couplet. That is your introduction to Shakespearean couplets. Shakespearean sonnets. Make sure you get that in your notes.